Alrighty then. I forgot to start my mic, so I had to re-record this. Alright, so this is another video for Real Justice because he still doesn't seem to understand. He wants to talk about the damage to the top of the wing. Well, that's just what happens in an airplane accident. They're thin aluminum, so when they crash, everything gets damaged and crumpled. Just look at other airplane accidents and you'll see the same damage regardless of whether it was on its roof or not. So, the other thing he wants to talk about is the light stripe, the dark stripe. Okay, we got a dark stripe, we got a light stripe, right? And we know the dark stripe's on the top, the light stripe's on the bottom. We also know that the tail's on the top and the wheels are on the bottom. So, if we see wheels on the bottom, or if we see wheels facing ground, it's right side up. And if we see tail facing sky, it's right side up, right? And if we see dark stripe over blue stripe, over light stripe, we know it's right side up. So let's keep track of which direction it is, okay? So if it goes sky, dark stripe, light stripe, ground, it's right side up. So if dark stripe is down, it's upside down. Or, okay, if dark stripe is facing ground, it's upside down. Okay, we can use that as a, all right. If the light side is facing down, it's right side up. All right, keep on going. Anyways, go on through. Okay. Boom. We are hitting. All right, it's still right side up. All right, here's the ground, and it's hitting. All right. Frame by frame. Okay, the camera's already detached here, but we can see ground, we can see the light stripe, we can see the dark stripe, we can see the skies up here. The landing gear is near the ground, the tail is right side up, right? It's not upside down yet, is it? I don't see it upside down. I mean, down here's the shadows, which means the sun's up here casting the shadows on it, meaning it has to be right side up. The shadows aren't on the other side. The shadows are being cast, it's right side up. We can all agree it's right side up. Okay, in the next frame, oh my God, things are upside down. So is the plane upside down? No. Okay, once again, let's get our bearings. Here's the sky. Here's a landing gear. This is the rear landing gear. Here's a shadow. We got a dark stripe and we got a light stripe. So light stripe, dark stripe, or sorry, sky, dark stripe, light stripe, ground. It's right side up. The dark stripe's not near the ground, so it's not upside down. Next, okay, we got sky, we got the tail, we got one of the rear ailerons, we got the rear landing gear, we got the shadow, so this is the ground, this is down, we got the light side, or we got the light stripe, we got the dark stripe. So the dark stripe's not near the ground, so it's not upside down. Okay, we got sky, we got dark stripe, we got light stripe, we got ground. So the dark stripe's not near the ground, so therefore it's not upside down. And that's the end of that video, or of that clip. Okay, now we go on to the next one. Here we go, it's going towards the ground. All right, come on. Alrighty then. We got our shadows, so that's the ground. We got our wheels, that's the ground. Up here's the top, we got shadows, right? We know our bearings, right? It's right side up. And, okay, right here, we got dark stripe, light stripe, ground. So the dark stripe's not near the ground, so it's not upside down. There's the rear tail, gear. There's the back tail. Here's the rear ailerons. All right. Okay, still here in this one. We got the dark stripe, we got the light stripe. So the dark stripe's not near the ground, so it's not upside down. And, okay, we're emerging from the grass and the camera's tumbling. Okay, so here, what do we have? Is this an upside down airplane? Could this be an upside down airplane? Maybe. Let's try to figure this out. Let's look at the parts of the airplane and figure out which direction it is facing. Okay, we got the sky, Yeah, okay, sky. Which means down here's the ground. Good. So here's this, and this is the tail. Right here is the rear aileron, and here's the bottom. Which means dark stripe and light stripe would be right around in here. So if the dark stripe's not near the ground, it's not upside down. Tail's still facing the sky. Yeah, right? Come on. Okay, in this image, is this an upside down airplane? Well, here's the back of the airplane, which means the tail is still here. And here's the top of a wing. The top of a wing. Notice that the bottom of the airplane's here. So this is the top of a wing. Oh, come on. Here's parts of the airplane. Can't really make much. Okay, but here's the sky. And this looks like top of a wing that now it landed on. I mean, I don't see the underside of an airplane. I don't see, I mean, if this was the wing, where's the cabin? I mean, here's the back of the airplane. This is leading down towards the tail. Going this way is leading to the tail. The tail would be off this direction, facing upright, just like the way we see it when he finds it after he discovers the crash site. The tail is facing downhill and right here, and the top of the wings are right here facing the sky. And then it rolls off the top of the wing back into the brush. So the airplane was never upside down. Where was it upside down? All right. Now, if we go back to his crash site video and look, here's the tail facing the sky, dark stripe, light stripe, ground. Here's the wing that we were sitting on for a little bit before it rolled off. Here's the back of the airplane and all of that. So where was it upside down? How was it upside down? Now also, look, this wing is bent down. It's bent down. This one's broken upward, but that's because of that brush that's right there. There's a bush right here that's helped pushing that wing up. And this one's bent down. It's not pushed down. If it was upside down, yeah, it would be different. And if it was ever upside down, the tail would have been crushed. Why isn't the tail crushed if it was upside down? I mean, come on. If it was ever upside down, why isn't the tail crushed? We can just look at the evidence from the video. You don't need to make stuff up. All right, all you got to do is just look at the video and point out what you see. And I point out what I can see is this airplane was never upside down. Not at one point through this whole video was this aircraft ever upside down. It was always right side up. It never flipped. There's no evidence that it was ever flipped. So, can you present one still image of the dark stripe being closer to the ground than the light stripe? Can you present one image where the tail is pointing towards the ground? You can see, here's the brush that's pushing this wing up. That's why this wing's so deformed the way it is because that bush was there. This wing over here is so deformed because it hit the ground. It cleared the tail. Here's the tail. No damage to the tail. No evidence that this aircraft was ever upside down. None. I mean, this right here is the fuel cap. Here's where the fucking right-hand fuel tank is. Right? Right-hand fuel tank, but nope. I mean, that's just impact damage. That was not upside down. There's just no evidence this aircraft was ever upside down. None. You're full of it. So, stop saying it was upside down. All right, now here's the thing. You wanted me to apologize to you in a public video saying, oh my God, I'm sorry, you were correct. It was upside down. But as I've proven through the frame by pointing out that the dark stripe was never near the ground, therefore it was never upside down. I even got a catchphrase now. Yay, thank you. The dark stripe was never near the ground, so therefore it was never upside down. So now, I expect you to apologize. Not to me, but to your fans, because you were wrong. Because you're a fucking liar. Because you fed them misinformation. Because you couldn't just watch a video and say what was in a video and leave it at that. You had to go in and add your 2 cents and say, oh look, it was upside down. When it clearly was not. So apologize to your fans and do better. Quit spreading misinformation, quit lying, and quit. There's no need for it. Stop being CNN!